You really have to start with this quote. It's pulled right from their brand guide, and honestly, it tells you everything you need to know. In a world where tech companies love to disrupt industries they know nothing about, this thing was born from the inside. It's built by a therapist, which means the whole idea is grounded in what it's actually like to do the job, not what some market research report says.
To get why MassageHub even exists, we have to look at the world it was born into. What was the big problem that solo massage therapists were actually up against every single day?
With this internal analysis of their competitors, man, it paints a pretty bleak picture. You've got platforms like Fresha that hit therapists with these sudden, unexpected fees. Urban takes an eye-watering 30% cut of every single booking. And then you have the big guys like MindBody, which they're way too complex and expensive for someone working on their own. The takeaway is pretty clear. The tools out there were either taking advantage of people or were just the wrong tool for the job.
In this slide, this is where it gets real. This isn't some high-level business issue. This is the day-to-day grind for therapists. That jolt of anxiety when you see a surprise fee, the fear that the platform you're using is basically trying to steal your clients, and just the constant, draining battle against paperwork and people who just don't show up. This is the exact pain MassageHub was designed to fix.
Okay, so you see this mess. The answer wasn't to just build a slightly better, slightly cheaper version of a broken tool. No, the answer was to build something on a totally different foundation, one that's based on a set of promises that they would never, ever break.
And here they are. These are the 5 core commitments. And you can see how every single one is a direct shot at those pain points we just talked about. Absolutely zero commission, you own your client list, period. No being forced into a marketplace you didn't ask for. Your data is yours, and hey, if you want to leave, you can, and you can take everything with you. This isn't a feature list. This is how you build trust right from the get-go.
And this isn't some tiny little footnote in the terms of service, It's right there, baked into the branding. This is the headline you see. No commission ever. Your clients stay yours. That's the whole business model, right there, in 7 words.
All right, so that's the philosophy, the big promise. But what does the actual product look like? What tools do therapists get to use day to day?
It all starts with the absolute bedrock of any practice, online booking. But here's the twist. It's all about control. Every therapist gets their own unique web address. It's their digital storefront, not just another name in a giant crowded list. And all that boring admin stuff, confirmations, reminders, it's all automated, so they can actually focus on their work.
Next up, something that's totally non-negotiable for professionals, SOAP notes. These are the clinical records, and this is where that promise of data privacy gets very, very real. The notes are encrypted, and the internal documents state it clearly. Not even the staff at MassageHub can read them. That's a serious commitment. They even built in voice dictation to make it faster to take notes between clients.
One of the biggest things that can sink a small practice is no-shows. It's just lost income. So this feature is a direct answer to that. By working with Stripe, the platform can securely save a client's card when they book. If someone bails at the last minute or just doesn't show, the therapist can enforce their own policy with one tap. It's not about being mean, it's about giving them financial stability.
And of course, it brings together a therapist's most valuable asset, their client list. Client profiles get made automatically. But check this out. The really clever part is how easy they make it to leave other platforms. The fact that you can bulk import your clients from competitors sends a really powerful message. We believe your clients belong to you, not to the software you use.
Okay, so that's what's live right now. But what's really exciting is that these internal docs give us a crystal clear peek into the future. This isn't just some simple tool that's going to stay the same forever. It's a platform with a really detailed and ambitious plan for what comes next.
And here it is, the blueprint. You can see how it just makes sense, right? Phase 1, you build the core engine. Booking, payments, notes. Phase 2, you get smarter, adding things like intelligent travel time. Phase 3 goes deeper on the business side of things. And then look where it's all headed. Phase 4, actually using AI to help with the clinical work. This isn't a wish list, it's a real multi-year strategy. Let's just zoom in on one of those future features for a second to see how deep the planning goes. Smart travel time. That isn't just a vague idea. It's broken down into specific engineering tasks. Update the database, connect to the Google Maps API, write the code that does the math, and design how it looks for the user. This is the kind of methodical work that goes into building software you can actually rely on.
Okay, now this is huge. the marketplace. Because on pretty much every other platform, the marketplace is a trap. It's how they get between you and your clients. So look at how MassageHub completely flips the script. It is 100% opt-in. In fact, it's turned off by default. The only way a therapist shows up is if they explicitly say yes. It's a tool for discovery, but completely on their terms.
All right, just for a second, let's peek under the hood. Because a great philosophy is one thing, but you gotta build it on a solid foundation.
So, this slide shows the tech they're using. Now, if you're a tech person, you'll recognize this is a super modern and robust stack. But for everyone else, what this really means is reliability and security. They're using the best tools in the business, like Supabase and Stripe. It just goes to show, this isn't some weekend project. It's engineered to be secure, to scale, and to be around for the long haul.
So when you put it all together, the problem, the promises, the product, and the plan for the future, it all boils down to this one question, doesn't it? In an industry where trust has been broken over and over again, how do you build something that therapists can actually believe in?
And the answer, pulled right from their own guiding principles, is actually deceptively simple. It's not about adding one more gadget or feature. It's about a fundamentally different way of doing business. A simple, flat subscription. The therapist, not the platform, owns the client relationships. And zero pressure to join a marketplace you never wanted to be in. That is the anatomy of trust.